Okay, I'll keep this brief. I tend to be long-winded, but I'll try not to be this one. Okay. First off, to capitalize on what Mr. Jean said, I appreciate everyone's hard work and effort and dedication to this place. The job is very stressful at times, but if you guys are like me and people ask you, what Chick-fil-A do you work at? The time you mention collection, what's the first thing they say? Oh, that store's always hopping. Oh, that store's always busy. That's because we set a standard here, and every single one of you play a huge part in making that happen. You know, customers, sometimes they drive past 2 other Chick-fil-A's, they drive past the competition to come see us because they know that they get a good service, a good product with us. What is it? Some of our competitors say things like fast food, fan food, things like that. There's a reason we dominate the fast food industry, and not the competition, because to be fair, competition is good for business. But there's a reason why Chick-fil-A has the respect that it has, not just from corporate, not just because of our product, but because of all of you. Because of me, because of our, well, maybe not me specifically, more you guys, but because of our leadership. But yeah, I appreciate everything you guys do, and a couple people I want to recognize. First off, Jackson. He is by far my strategist, my go-to guy, my confidant. He's the one I can always go to, even on the nights that I manage the kitchen. No. When he manages, he knows what he's doing. He sets a great example for teamwork and leadership, and we appreciate everything he does. I know sometimes it gets very stressful, Jackson, but you always handle yourself well. You always get us through it, and don't ever underestimate how important that is, because you're awesome. So we appreciate Jackson. Now we're going to do something a little unique. Let's see. If you received a promotion this year, red shirt, blue shirt, high performance, stand up. If you received a promotion this year, stand up.
Just sit down.
Stand up. You gotta
do we count? Okay, good.
Yes, you gotta get up.
All right. I want you guys to take a long, hard look at all these fine individuals standing up. They work hard. They set a great example. They go the extra mile. That's the reason why they got promoted, why they're in the position they're in. So it's important that you guys look to them as like role models, as people to aspire to be. Likewise, it's also important that all you guys standing up and all of us up here at the leadership team stay considerate of the folks who recently started. Like, kind of remember where we all came from, all right? Because that's we all started at the same at square one. And I know sometimes, and this goes for myself too, if you had like a bit of a rough start, you kind of had some, got a little frustrating days, you guys sit down, by the way. If you had like a rough start and had like a little bit of a hard time starting out, don't let that discourage you, because I've seen a lot of people, like myself, for example, quick funny little story. My first day here, I was working with Pancho and Susanna. They were training me, and Mr. Jean brings back a sandwich, and it looks terrible. Just terrible. The chicken was all like bunched up, and I knew that it was one that I filleted because it looked pretty rough. But he didn't get mad. He didn't yell at me. He didn't throw a fit. He simply explained to me that there's a process to everything we do here. So that right there, my first day, I got frustrated, but I immediately gained respect for the fact that we pay attention to detail, because that's what makes our product great. So just don't get discouraged. We all have our bad days. We all have a rough time, but teamwork, we all work together, that's how we get through it, and I expect nothing but good things from all of you guys, and you just keep working hard, take school seriously, because education is very important as well. You keep doing all that, and I see nothing but future success stories in every one of you guys. You guys are the citizens of tomorrow. The best is yet to come.
And Johnny.
All right, and well, honestly, I could point to anybody in here and say like a cool story or say something good about them, but we'd be here till breakfast. I understand we all got to get home, but there's one person that I want to recognize. Sanwana. Stand up, Sanwana. Actually, come on up here.
Yoga pose.
She got recognized earlier as the Dishmaster General, and that's true. I mean, nights like last night, spirit nights, there's a lot of nights where it gets to be pretty disastrous back there. Dishes, pans, machine parts, but Sam, aside from being one of the nicest people you ever meet, she's a very hard worker. She never gets angry. She never gets mad. She never gives you a hard time. You ask her to do something, she says okay, and she goes and takes care of it. So you're awesome. We really appreciate your dedication to this place, and a little something, nothing huge, but sweets. You're awesome. And also, there's one more person I want to recognize. That's Andrew Burt. Stand up if you would, sir. There's been many Saturday nights, busy Saturday nights, where if it weren't for this man, I would be in a mental hospital. I mean, between him running the show up front, having to hop back there and do prep, make salads, make wraps, help us on boards, but still manage to run the shift. That's you do it all with a calm demeanor, and he stays professional. So I thank you for that and for leading by example. And also that's a testament to the rest of the team, because he's back there helping us make sandwiches and make salads and stuff. Then he's relying on the rest of you guys to run the shift up front, and that's no easy feat either. So that says something about you guys. So thank you for that. Thank you again, Bert. Appreciate it. You set a great example. Sorry.
There we go.
Where am I?
There we go. I turned off. Oops. Okay. Last, but most certainly not least, I'm 41 years old, and some of you, I'm sure you guys know that I decided to go back to school this past year, 2018. I should have done it a long time ago, but I'm about 8 or so classes away from having a degree. I implore all of you, while you're young, get your education early on, because trying to balance out paying rent and working and studying and finals and all that stuff, it's not easy. It's stressful, but school is very important. And perspective is everything as well. All right, how many times have you guys heard the phrase when you're doing like math homework or schoolwork? You say like, oh, when am I ever going to use this in real life? Don't look at it that way. All right. The next time you're staring at that page-long pigsty of like functions or graphs, numbers, instead of looking at it as like something you're never going to use, instead try this perspective. Jackson, you can bench press what, close to 200 pounds? 185, whatever your max is. Okay, that's pretty impressive. That takes dedication. That takes a lot of training. Now, is Jackson ever going to be in a situation where his life depends on pressing 185 pounds of metal off his chest? We hope not. We certainly hope not, right? But that doesn't mean that that's any less important. That doesn't mean that means nothing. So, like my dad always says, the brain is a muscle. It only gets better as you work it out. So the next time, like I said, you're staring at that math problem, think of it this way. If you can figure that out, then what kind of problems in life can't you figure out? Things like relationship problems, or financial problems, or family conflicts, or, God forbid, legal problems. If you can navigate your way through the complicated work at school, it's only training for you getting better in life. So keep that in mind.
It's so much pain.
One more thing. Oh, yeah, I know, don't worry. We'll get a picture in a second. One person I also want to thank this goes on a personal level, Caitlin. She's got a heart of gold. She's someone you can always talk to. She'll always listen to you. She'll always do whatever she can to help. Me personally, I was dealing with some kind of emotionally challenging things recently, but you get through anything when you have to, and I'm fine. Don't worry, it's nothing bad. But it always helps when you have good people that you can talk to and that will listen to you. And my Chick-fil-A family, definitely those people. So you guys all rock. And by extension, I would like to thank Bryce for being a confident, cool husband who is okay with his wife being a caring, compassionate person. It's not as common as you might think. One last gift, Bryce. Since she likes to wear hats, I thought he could use one of these. Doing your part to make the country great. But yes, great job, everyone. I'll cut this short. I've got to make the picture and stuff. But thank you for listening to me. Let's close out the year strong. Let's make that 8 million. We're got last month, the fourth quarter. Yeah. So look at every shift as an opportunity to be the better version of yourself. As a wise man once said, and I quote, "Opportunities multiply as they are seized." Sun Tzu, wrote The Art of War. Very important quote. So with that, I'll hand it back over to Gene. Let's wrap this up. Merry Christmas, happy holidays.
Thank you, Brent. Thank you, Brent.